Good Sunday morning to you all. It is a smoking warm day here in Tokyo today. It's supposed to be up to 28 degrees. For those of you in North America, that's hot. What is that? Probably a mid 80s, maybe? Lower 80s? Okay, it's not smoking warm. It's warm, it's comfortable. We got the late April cool breeze with the warm sunshine. It's beautiful. And I'm a happy camper. We're just rolling into Golden Week. Dang. Golden Week is always the end of April, early May. And it's a cluster of holidays that are almost continuous, so they call it Golden Week. And a lot of people take the days off that are between the holidays as well. So this is a 3-day weekend. Tomorrow we have off as well, and then we have a 4-day weekend next weekend. So welcome aboard! All aboard! We're heading into Ikebukuro area for just a little buzz around town. My friend John is coming by in a little bit with his son to see Bistro. So I need to be back before too long. But I want to get out and do a little buzz around the area. I'm experimenting with yet another mic setting. I don't know if you notice any difference, but it should sound quite spiffy. We have an open face helmet today. Let me swing this around and show you. I can see. We're using my open face Arai helmet, and right over here is where the microphone is. I love these magnetic microphones. You can just attach them to anything, anywhere. You get creative. And let's get back to business here. The light's going to change. We don't want to be caught with our pants down. Here we go. Rams is in the house. Welcome. It's quite bright, so I'm having a little bit of difficulty seeing the chats right now, but we're going to get in the shade here in a minute. So rolling into Ikebukuro. Over there, but there's a bus behind us, so I guess we're not going to pull over there. Got a red light up here. I can make a little adjustment. Oh shoot, just changed to green. All right, we're going to pull over here just for a second. Just for a second. Adjustment here. All right, here comes that bus again. He's probably going to want to pull in right here where we are. These bus drivers here are no nonsense, so you can't get in their way. They got a schedule to keep. You know all about the punctuality here in Japan. Cruising through Ikebukuro right now. Maybe we'll do a little, we'll go through the roundabout here. You can see it's the front of Ikebukuro Station, the east entrance. Straight ahead here. Seibu department store, people buzzing about, getting ready to kick off their Golden Week. Much like Shibuya, not as oshade, not as high class as Shibuya, but classy enough. Great place for people watching, good fun. Yeah, as things heat up, when we do these live streams, the first thing to go is the brightness on the monitor, because once it heats up, it goes into like a safety setting or something, and it dims the screen, so it's kind of hard to see the chats if we don't stop. So we're going to do a little detour here. I don't know if we can turn there. We can't turn there, but we're just gonna kind of kick around these parts a little bit. Do a little backstreet cruise. See what kind of trouble we can stir up. Pigeon, hey pigeon, watch out. Went out last night with some friends to probably the best Italian restaurant in Tokyo. I've been to a lot, and this one, it was a friend of mine's, just kind of neighborhood haunt, and it's great. It's in the Shirokane Takanawa station area, and Tarantella de Luigi. A lot of Italian or Japanese chefs will go to Italy and study and really get their Italian game on. Are we going down a one-way street? Is this a one-way street? What the heck's going on here, guys? Shoot. I think we made a mistake. There's an arrow going that way. What the hell's going on here? We gotta turn around. There's lots of fuzz around here, and that does not look right. Now, wait a minute. Now, this one's saying don't go down there. Yeah, if it's not really clearly marked, it becomes... Actually, no, it looks like it's both ways. Yeah, it's hard to tell sometimes. But yeah, so this Japanese chef has this restaurant. It's been there quite a while. I've been there several times. I took my friend and his wife there last night, and they loved it. I loved it. Everybody loved it. Great pizza. It's much like I talked about Pizza Studio Tamaki, which is in Higashi Azabu, near Azabu Juban Station. It's a Michelin... I don't know if Michelin starred, but it's a Michelin recommends pizza place, and dudes, I'm telling you, it is out of this world, and really, really, really good pizza. No mistake that they got some Michelin attention. And this guy, he's a Canadian food of some kind. I'd never heard of him, but I saw his post on Instagram like shortly after I was there. I've been there many times, but after going there with my friends, this guy posts, okay guys, this is the best pizza I have ever had in my life. And he's got, like 1 million followers and stuff, so it's probably impossible now to get a reservation at Pizza Studio Tamaki. But if you can, highly recommended. It's really, really good Napoli style pizza, thin crust, it's wood fired pizza, and the crust, there's always a little bit of overly burned just around the edges, just enough to give it that charcoal edge to it. It's got just enough salt on the dough, and oh man, it's so good, so good. So this place last night is very similar to that. It's a very similar pizza. I'd have to say that Tamaki is a notch above, but Tarantella della Luigi is really good. Rams in the house. Let's see who else is here. Linda's. I gotta close the thing. Linda's in the house. Everybody's in the house. Good, guys. Hey, welcome everyone. Hey, thank you, sir. I got a super chat received from Gar. Thank you. Arigato so much. Cheers, guys. Thank you. Yeah, so we're, like I said, we're just out for a little buzz around the Ikebukuro area. The weather's so nice, and I'm gonna close that. I want to continue to to get our adjustments finally adjusted. Let's get back on the road. It's getting hot. On the road again. Come on, guy. So I'm at my neighborhood Sento a few days ago. Sento is like the public bath, like an onsen, hot spring, but it's not actually hot spring water. It's piped in, and they heat it with some of them. The old school ones have wood burning boilers, and I think this one's oil. But it's a family-run business, and the lady at the front desk, you can tell she was a bit of a looker in her day. She's probably in her, I don't know, upper 60s. And they kind of swap off. I think it might be her daughter-in-law and her son, or daughter and son-in-law. I'm not sure what the connection is, but they kind of swap off. But the older lady's there quite often, so we know each other. I see her riding around her bicycle and konnichiwa, you know. Well, now we know each other even more intimately. So some of you, I'm sure, have experienced this, but you can be in the restroom and the cleaning crew will come in, and it's almost always women. And so here I am. I just had my bath, and I'm in the changing area, back in the changing area, and here comes Oba-chan. She sachets in, and she starts like dusting the water fountain and the mirror, and there's a huge mirror, and all I have is like this postage stamp sized towel, and I'm, trying to cover as much as I can, and it was not easy, trust me. But I mean, come on, that's out of line. She got an eyeful. And what would happen if some dudes walked into the ladies' room and started cleaning and sweeping and doing, stuff that's probably not so necessary at the moment? I can understand if it was like an emergency, there's a water leak or something like that, but come on, man. You'd think I'd be used to it by now, but this is my Me Too moment. I'll get over it, but it's going to require some counseling. It's like seeing my neighbor. One of my neighbors who we've been, we're friendly. We're not friends, but we're friendly, and we always say hello to each other and have small talk. once you see them buck naked in the local bath, you can't unsee that. I don't know, hazakashi. Maybe I'm prude, I don't know. I should be used to it by now. But they seem to be okay with it. That's the Japanese culture, the bathing culture. You know, you go to the konnyoku. Konnyoku is the mixed bath. The mixed bath is where the men and women share rotemburo, which is the outdoor bath. Men and women together. Women are tastefully covered with towels. The old men are not, usually. But there's just no, you know, they just go about their business and soak in the bath, and, you know there's some pervs grabbing a peek every now and again. But, yeah. Anyhow, I'll get over it. So will she. I'm sure we'll be nodding and saying hello to one another again before long. Actually, the young girl, she's not young, I mean, she's probably 40 or something. The daughter or daughter-in-law, she's come in there before too, and you could tell that she was kind of embarrassed and, you know, just kept her head down, glued to the floor, and went about her business. But something odd happened there too, and I can't get my head around it. But this younger lady, she was really chummy. She just started talking to me one day, and, you know, asking me about work, what I do for work here. This is her English. So she was talking about, you know, NHK, listening to radio. I told her I do voices for NHK and radio programs, blah, blah, blah. So she was really excited. And so this went on, you know, a few times, me going in there and, you know, just making small talk at the front desk when I was paying to go in. And, you know, she'd ask me some stuff and we'd have a little bit of conversation. Well, one day, the Oba-san that we just talked about, who got an eye full of me, she came in when we were talking, and she's like, "Oh, she's a nampa. Are you hitting on?" I don't know if she was saying it to me or to her, but it's nampa is like to hit on somebody. So the girl got a little bit embarrassed, and then that was the end of it. From the next time on, I was like, "Oh, konnichiwa," and she was just really awkward. And that was it. That was the end of it. No more. I asked her, "Is like, you know, are you still studying English or whatever?" And just completely cold turkey. So I think maybe the lady talked to her. "Man, you shouldn't be, you know, fraternizing with the customers or something." Bizarro. But that's the only thing I can think of is, you know, her mother or mother-in-law got on her about chit-chatting. And, yeah, it was weird. Or maybe her husband did, I don't know. I wasn't anything other than just being friendly and having a conversation. Anyhow, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Happy Sunday to you all. Boy, it is warm. That sun, just sitting here, just baking my brain. How are we doing on time? Okay. This is the, right ahead of us is the Gogo. It's the expressway that connects into the, well, eventually you can connect on into the Shuto Expressway, but this is, they call it Gogo. And I ride that into, when we do live streams on the expressway, which I haven't done in a while, I ride that into, like going into, where we go, Akasaka, not Asakusa, Osaka and those areas. Jason's in the house. Welcome. I'm going to turn right up here. This is Sunshine City. And this is a walking street up here. Oh, this guy's getting patted down over here by the police. Can you see that? Take a look at this. I've never seen that. And he's yelling at the cop. Can you see that over right in the middle of your screen? This policeman's checking his wallet. The guy's yelling at him. There's two policemen. They're probably he's probably got some contraband or something in there. And now they're picking up his stuff. Maybe they're saying, "Oh, it's all right. You got." They're helping him pick up all of his things now. He's agitated. Now he's yelling at the cop. You don't want to yell at the cops. So what happens here, the police, if they see somebody who looks dodgy, whether they're like publicly drunk or just something's off, the cops will investigate. Let's see if we can get a little better here. Yeah. Kind of looks like Johnny Depp from here. Oh, here's another cop. Three more cops. All right, we got a green light, guys. We got to go. Yeah, so I've never had trouble with the police here, but guys have told me that they were, wrongfully searched and the police approached them and blah 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 blah. Well, look, if you're doing something, if you're looking dodgy, or you're standing on a corner, or just being dodgy, they're going to approach you. And this guy looked dodgy, so they were checking his belongings for contraband or whatever. So again, I've never ever had a policeman give me the hairy eye ever. Actually, one time. So I was coming home one night, and off in the distance I could see this guy wobbling. He was really drunk, and he fell over. So I ran up to him. I was like, "Are you okay?" And he was inebriated. So there was a cop passing by, a cop car. So I flagged him down, and I told them, he was, I think he's drunk, and he fell over. And the guy looks at me right in the eye. He's like, "Are you sure he fell over like that?" And I'm like, "Dude, come on, are you serious?" And you could tell the guy was totally drunk. So then he's like, "Go on." That was the only time I've had any, other than getting pulled over for traffic violations or whatever, but never any run-ins with the police. So they're very fair to foreigners and the locals as well. But if you're doing something shady and you look like something's gone down, or you're in a shop causing trouble, then you're going to get some feedback from the police. All right, there you have it. A little bit of excitement here on the live stream. I think what we're going to do, we're going to swing around and do a little bit of a U-turn here now that these police officers are occupied. Yeah, they're still over there having their chat with this guy. Oh shit, and that was sorry, I just said the S word. That was a no U-turn area. Shoot, I meant to say. So there's about, looks like 10 policemen over there now. They're over there on the corner. He's sitting on the ground, and it looks like they're rifling through his stuff again. Let's zoom in. You can see the passers-by going and having a look. But there's looks like they're in a scrimmage. There's about 10 police surrounding him on the corner over there. We're going to have a green light here shortly, and we're going to head back towards the Sugamo area. Oh boy, now he's got him in a bear hug, so he's causing trouble. They're going to take him in. He's toast. Yeah, he's on something. Or just had a really bad day. Woke up on the wrong side of the futon or something. So we're passing through Ikebukuro now. Thank you for joining us. If you haven't seen the Tokyo Motorcycle Show yet, I invite you to do so. We're approaching, I haven't looked recently, but we're approaching 500,000 views in the first 3 weeks, which is always a good sign. And I appreciate you subscribing to the channel. A lot more stuff coming up, not just live streams, but we've got a few things boiling in the background. Besides my brain and this helmet. I'm seeing more and more bikes on the road, and it's not just because of the weather. There's actually an uptrend in motorcycle sales now. For years, the Japanese bike manufacturers, Kawasaki, Honda, Suzuki, Yamaha, had sluggish sales. You know, because the population is aging, and there's not too many 80, 90-year-olds rocking on two wheels. But there's been an uptick now, which is great. So we're seeing more people on the road now on bikes, and hopefully that will help with the infrastructure of parking, which is really a struggle in some places. I end up, as we did the other day, I parked kind of secretly at one of my studios that I work at. And by the way, that went smoothly. There were no questions asked. But it's a real issue. You know, some neighborhoods have 0 bike parking facilities, which is really unfair. You know, you ask, you go to a parking garage, and they're like, cars only. Well, hey, I'll pay for the car space. Just let me park here. So that they can't do that. It's in the rule book. So you end up risking parking on the street somewhere and hope that the green goblins don't come and ticket you a 9,000 yen ticket. And I've gotten so many of those over the years. Never a good day when you come back to your bike and you've got a 9,000 yen ticket on it. So guys, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for coming along for this brief but memorable ride. And just beware when you're doing something dodgy in Japan, or when you're going to the Sento or the onsen. Keep yourself covered up. Or share if you want. No, of course, I'm semi-joking about it traumatizing me. But still, it makes you think, like, wow, you could never do that sort of thing. You know, there'd be lawsuits and all kinds of uproar anywhere else besides Japan. But it's completely harmless, but it kind of raises an eyebrow. Makes you think. Alright guys, that is a wrap for today's stream. I do appreciate you coming along. Make sure you click that bell if you're subscribed to the channel so that you get the notification. A lot of people have said, hey, you know, I've subscribed to your channel, but I don't get the notifications for the live streams. Well, there's a little bell and you have to make sure you click that so it says receive all notifications. Once you do that, then you will get a notification. As long as you have notifications allowed for YouTube, I believe it'll pop up on your smartphone or your computer or whatever, and you will be notified that we're starting a live stream. So, yeah. I'm gonna cut down here a little bit. Interesting one. Okay, here we go. We got green light, guys. Alrighty, we're gonna turn left up here. Ooh, nice BMW going by. Alright, thanks guys. Pleasure as always. Ciao for now. We'll catch you on the next one. Bye. Maybe. If I can see the end button.